So what do you got?
I've got something here that is more valuable than anything I guarantee you've ever seen in this shop. I have a clump of rupees that were minted in 1702 by the son of the man who built the Taj Mahal. The man's name was Muhyiddin Muhammad Aurangzeb Alamgir, otherwise known as Emperor Aurangzeb.
It took you a while to remember that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. This clump of treasure coin is known as the Taj Mahal treasure because it truly is the only sunken treasure related to the Taj Mahal dynasty. The reason why I'm here today is because I had these in an auction here and it did not sell, so I'm coming over to see the guys here and hopefully they'll open their wallets.
So what can you tell me about these?
They were minted in Surat, India. They went to the bottom of the ocean in 1702 and were recovered by Arthur C. Clarke and his dive partner.
Didn't he write a few books about it?
Yeah, he wrote 2 books about it. In fact, before he really started writing heavily about science fiction, he was an avid scuba diver. And when they discovered it in 1961, Clarke and his dive partner, Mike Wilson, swam over the edge of a reef, and here this shipwreck and all these silver coins were laying out all over the bottom.
This is one of the most well-documented treasure discoveries in history. I've read books about this wreck. Ever since I started working in the pawn business, I've wanted sunken treasure, and this is the mother lode. I mean, I've had a few individual coins come in, but nothing like this.
They were minted in Surat, India, and then were headed on to the Orient along the spice route, but they never made it there. They were wrecked in a typhoon and wound up on a shipwreck there, and they sat underwater for that long. The reason why they're in such good shape is because they were laying up against some iron object, most likely a cannon. And the cannon oxidizes faster than the silver does, just like a sink on your boat does.
Yeah.
So that's why coins aren't touched. The natural electrolysis in the water went through the cannon instead of the silver first, so the silver is perfectly preserved.
So how did you come in possession of them?
Well, I did a documentary with Arthur C. Clarke in 1993. His family consigned it to me, and we've been trying to sell it.
You got paperwork on them, right?
Yes, signed by Arthur C. Clarke.
Everything he's telling me about this adds up with everything I've read. It's authentic, it's the real thing, and I cannot believe it is sitting in my shop. I know it's worth a fortune, but the question is, what does he consider a fortune?
One of the things that still gives me a shiver up my spine is that these coins were minted 30 years before George Washington was born. These were worth a lot of money back in those days because they were silver. The coin of the realm for the common folks were copper or bronze. By weight, it's a little over 25 pounds, and at 25 pounds, it averages out to about 750 coins in here.
Can I buy it for silver scrap?
No, you can't. What makes these so valuable is that they are still in clump form. 99% of treasure coins are always reduced down to individual coins and sold off that way.
It's extremely rare to have a treasure collection this large. It's even more rare to have them naturally fused together like this. This is unique, and unique usually costs money.
The fact that it's all clumped together now and hasn't been disassembled makes it much more valuable, as I'm sure you understand from some of the things that you do here.
So how much you want for it?
I'd like to get $700,000 for it.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money because we know the rarity. There were only 3 of them in the world. Now there's only 2. Originally, there were 3 clumps of coins, the one that's here in the U.S., one that's in the Clarke family archives, and a third that was in a museum in Colombo, Sri Lanka. But when the 2004 tsunami hit, the sea reclaimed that clump of coins, and they've never found it. So now there's only 2 of them in the world.
I really, really want this. I mean, this thing is truly incredible. But tying up $750,000 in one item, it could bankrupt this shop.
I'd love to have it. It's a cool item. I mean, I would love to have it in my shop, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money. If I buy this off you, I got to put it in an auction, and it might take 5 or 10 years.
Right.
Which means my money's tied up for a long time.
It's an investment.
No, it's a gamble.
My biggest problem here is, this guy's already told me it didn't meet reserve at auction. I have to buy this thing at a price where I can sell it quickly and make a profit. All I can do now is make an offer.
I want to give you 200 grand for it.
200?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's, I can go a little bit more, but it's not going to be much. That's what I could do. I mean, there's some things even too expensive for me.
I respect that. I gotta hold out for more. But hey, thanks very much. Thanks for your time. You know.
All right. Sorry we couldn't do business. I mean, you just got to look at it my perspective,
Yep.
and it's a lot of damn money.
That it is.
I knew it was a long shot, and I'm really disappointed I wasn't able to buy the treasure. But at the same time, I'm a little bit relieved, because if I had to tell the old man I shelled out $250,000, he would have kicked my ass.